Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joy at Work. It's really good to be with you again today. Thanks for making out some time to watch this video. I appreciate all the feedback, all the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And here's the favor I'm going to ask. If you find this content valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with somebody else. Subscribe to the channel. Encourage somebody else to subscribe. Uh, that's the way we grow together. So again, thank you very much. Great to be with you today. So let's just reflect a little bit on toxicity in the workplace or toxic people, because recently someone suggested that there are no toxic people in the workplace. There are only toxic behaviors. I'm extremely sympathetic to this viewpoint. I understand it. I actually might even support it on occasion or in some narrow circumstances or conditions because we often make mistakes in our assessments, evaluations, or judgments of people. We do. It's a human thing to categorize, to label, to put stamps on people based on what we observe. And we're often wrong. And so to label somebody as a toxic person, to say their personality is toxic, these are things that when we get them wrong have some significant consequences. So we want to be very, very careful about labeling or characterizing somebody in this way. That said, that we are wrong, that we can be mistaken, that it could even be subjective to some degree, because there is that possibility, doesn't mean that toxic people don't happen to make it into our workplaces. They do. And who's a toxic person? It's somebody who repeatedly does harmful, destructive things, engages in those kinds of acts and behaviors in the workplace across varied contexts, across varied situations. This is how this person shows up continually. And it's not just one person or two people seeing it, it's a large number of people seeing it. And so these people do exist in the workplace. The question we have to ask ourselves is, am I one of them? Am I a toxic person? Now, having said that, my personality may not be toxic, but I might have specific behaviors that can show up conditionally that are toxic. And so it's important to really think through that as well. I once worked with somebody that whenever they got upset, they would get up, pace around the room. They were the highest ranking person in the room. They would elevate their voice, they would shout, and that literally scared everybody. People were afraid. That individual in those situations demonstrated or displayed toxic behaviors. Now, I don't. That individual, generally speaking, wasn't toxic because these were things that happened in particular situations. But that was toxic behavior that they needed to work on. I might have some. You might have some that we need to look at. But when you combine a whole bunch of toxic behaviors and do them consistently, then we're now in the realm of somebody who's probably a toxic person in the workplace. And how we deal with that person, how we work with that person might be a topic for another day. But here's the encouragement today. If you want to experience joy at work, definitely reduce your toxic behaviors, address them, get at them, and find yourself or situate yourself as best as you can in a place where there aren't toxic people as much as possible, and the toxic behaviors are at a all-time low, if you want to think about it that way. Like, toxic behaviors are not common is really what I'm getting at. So hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this will help you experience joy at work, and I'll see you next time. Bye.